the camera, you can
look to us. You
at
talk.
us.
If you want to talk to the camera like
There's
this,
no
people, if you're watching,
no wrong way of doing anything.
if you're watching, please leave a like, comment, subscribe.
Hey,
Are we
welcome
live?
back to Bice in the,
the
back.
back.
Shouts.
Wait,
to,
hold on. What's up,
my
boys?
Bad, my bad, my
dance
bad.
in, dance it in. Live band. Live band.
Thank you, man.
Thank you, live band. Thank you, live
Thank
band.
you, live band.
Live crowd. So good at clapping.
T-Back, you
And
introduce my guest. Am I right today?
Can we give it up, live crowd, for the one and only Coach Kevin Murray?
Yes,
How are we?
sir.
How are we?
Not bad. How are we doing, boys?
Murray, I'm glad we could get you on here.
Me
It's
too.
been a minute in the making.
I've been a big fan. Been waiting to get on.
Dude,
I'm a big fan
yeah, we're
Of me?
huge fans actually
of
Of
you.
me?
of you, and we're ecstatic that you're on the pod.
King Murray. King
It's
Murray.
gonna be first of many, hopefully, and we're gonna just kick back,
Put your feet up.
kick your feet up,
Have a good
and
time.
Have a good time.
Exactly.
We're gonna chop it up with Coach Kevin Murray.
Because Coach Kevin Murray has a lot to say.
Can you leave out the coach part?
Professor Kevin Murray.
Isn't that
Yeah.
your Twitter?
No.
At Coach Kev.
That was his
No.
burner Twitter.
True.
It was on the burn ski.
No, all of my Twitter accounts have been hacked and are since gone.
Shout out.
How? Like how Tiki's
I have
account
no
gets
idea.
hacked?
It just was all like buy crypto.
Oh
bunch of
yeah, you just get
the bots
flooded.
were
bad
NPCing on
things
you.
in there, and then
Bot flooded.
Twitter shut it all down.
Shout out Elon for Twitter, by the way.
Shout out Elon, dude. He's putting in the neural chip in a
Yeah,
clinical study.
What's
we
it good
just
with the
saw.
neural chip?
The neural chip is some crazy shit, dude. The neural chip that Elon's trying to make is like supposedly supposed to help with like dementia, like health wise. It's supposed to help your brain, and I heard it's
Dang.
also able to find a way to upload your consciousness into the Neuralink,
What? So you could have it like on a USB.
so you could just put it in the cloud.
So
That sounds terrifying.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what does that mean exactly?
I don't understand. I'm not Elon. That's just what I saw. It's supposed to do a couple things, couple crazy things. I don't know how it works. It sounds like Black Mirror, if you ask me. Black Mirror, great show. We should talk about. Have you seen Black Mirror?
Only a couple episodes.
No, mother. That's fine. That's good enough.
I've seen two handfuls of episodes, like a good amount. I don't think I've seen them all, but I've seen a lot.
How
What's
many do you think is two handfuls?
How many are there total?
There's 6. There's 5 seasons. 6 seasons coming out this summer.
How many episodes per season?
Like 5.
That's it.
That's like it. Sometimes
Alright,
it's 3.
so-
Sometimes it's 6. I'd say on average.
So that's
5.
what, like 30
It's only-
30 epis.
At most 30.
I've probably seen 20.
Damn, that's a
If
good
we're,
amount.
if we're talking numbers.
That's a good amount. So Black Mirror, for those of you that don't know, is basically a show about our human evolution with technology and how it, it's like satire on how it would affect our society, like how we would proceed if we did have AI.
It could be
Did
ruin. It
robots.
could be ruining it.
It just like
Society.
a lot of crazy storylines that occur, and
What's
it's
your
very trippy. It's very
what's your favorite epi?
simulation. I don't. That's hard like to pick because there's a lot of good ones, but like everyone, a big one that definitely stands out is White Christmas. You guys saw that one? Because there's just
I wouldn't know by names
there's just
at all.
Talking to the wrong guy for that
see,
one.
but the thing, if I had like to describe White Christmas, it kind of like ruins the premise because it's like a big mystery thing. But basically, it's
Yeah,
like
don't
set-
spoil. Don't spoil. No spoilers.
It's
No
just like
spoilers.
set during Christmas, and there's these two guys that talk about their past of like why they're in this place, how they got to this place, and you find out a lot of crazy things. If that doesn't ring a bell, then you guys haven't seen it. But
I have not.
Yeah, no. I think that's a no.
that's the one you just got to see because it, like, you think you just like got the big twist and your mind's blown, and then it happens again. You're like, oh my god. You're just like.
All right. I mean,
You
that's
spaz.
that's a good way to
Your
describe
brain,
it.
I'm just telling you, your brain just like doesn't get it until it happens.
Yeah.
But that's what
That's what Black Mirror is all about.
that's what Black Mirror is all about.
That's
is
what
just-
Elon. He's up to something.
He's up to Black Mirror.
He's up to something.
Well, what ones have you guys seen?
I just remember the one where it was this guy. I forget what it was. You put the thing on your head, and then
He was testing the video games.
I don't know.
Did
No,
some video game
I just
testing?
remember it started with you put it on your head, like while he was having sexual intercourse, and it like it like made it more pleasurable, and then it turned into
with Anthony Mackie, the Falcon from Marvel.
I don't know. Sure.
Captain America.
I'm not sure, but it ended up leading to like cannibalism or something like that.
I think you have that mixed up. I don't think that's a Black Mirror episode.
No, 100% is.
I don't think it is.
Like it started with that, went to like abuse, like physical abuse, then went to like it just got worse and worse and worse. Maybe not cannibalism might be a step far, but you know what I mean.
I don't think cannibalism was like ever a thing in Black Mirror.
Yeah, I mean.
But
Probably
there's like
right.
another
Probably right.
one. Oh, I spelled it wrong. White Bear. I don't know. White Bear is when she's like lost in a sim, essentially. That's another one I can't say without spoiling. But
Mer, which one have
all of
you
them
seen?
you can't. They're all of
I've
them are
only seen like
spoilers.
2, and it was like 6 years ago, like 5 years ago, whatever. So I can't even tell.
All right.
Either way, watch some Black Mirror. There's a lot I could talk about. I just wish you guys have seen them.
Smithereens.
Season 5 only has 3 episodes. That's crazy. But this is the one where it has Anthony Mackie, and he's in like a VR world. And in the VR world, he fucks the robots and
Nah, that
NPCs
ain't
and
it.
shit.
That ain't it.
And his homeboy.
Oh, yo, I've
Wait.
seen that one.
Yeah.
That one's
old dog.
crazy.
Yeah, that one's crazy. USS Callister is where they're stuck in a video game, and that one's crazy. Metalhead is with the robot dogs coming after him. Have you guys seen the one where they like have contacts in their eyes where they can record everything?
Yeah, that
And
one's
they-
wild.
and
You
it,
can
like,
go back.
The dude like
on your
figures out his
recording.
wife is cheating on him and shit, and it's fucking that one like makes my head spin because like imagine you had that ability. That would be the most annoying ability to have.
Yeah.
Do you think that'd be annoying?
Yes, because
You'd
exactly
be
for
going
those
back
reasons,
looking
you'd
at
be going
things
back.
like crazy.
You'd be like,
Yeah,
oh my
that's
god, I
true.
gotta confirm everything because you'd just be so
because you can.
But
Yeah,
imagine
because
that
you
like
can.
after a Saturday night out.
You don't remember anything. You
don't
go back.
remember
Murray just
anything,
wants-
I go back.
Murray, what nights
That's-
do you wish you could relive?
Not many.
Give it up, Coach
But
Kevin Murray.
we need to get that. Hey,
But
yo, San Junipero, crazy episode. Shut Up and Dance, crazy episode. Playtest, crazy episode. Nosedive, crazy episode. Season 3 is kind of stacked. Hate in the Nation, good episode.
there's a lot.
Men Against Fire.
of-
Oh yeah, season 3 is definitely the best season. Hondo P.
There's a lot
White
of
Christmas, Fire.
make your mind
all the ones-
twist.
White Bear, good.
How often do they come out with new seasons?
The last season, just to give you scope, came out in 2019, so it's been 4 years.
Is it Netflix only?
It's Netflix only. 2 years before that,
Are you a Netflix guy, Mer?
I'm
a
not.
year before that,
Oh.
2 years before that.
So what are you?
HBO
3
Max, and Prime Video. Have you guys seen
Wow.
Jury Duty?
No.
No.
Jury
Blackmail, jury duty, Sorry.
What was that?
It's from the Grinch when he's
Oh.
he's in the mailroom and he goes jury duty, eviction notice, blackmail.
No,
jury duty.
Jury Duty is everybody on the show except one guy is a paid actor, and they call this guy to jury duty, and everybody but the one
No
guy
way.
is a paid actor, and they told him that they're doing a documentary on on like the process of jury duty. So everything around him is staged,
Oh,
and he has
God.
no idea. It's so funny.
That's hilarious. I mean, I might have to look into that because actually
That
sounds.
actually sounds
No, it's great.
fantastic.
Jury Duty.
Blackmail, eviction notice. Oh man,
The Krusty Krab is unfair. I don't know why.
Mr. Krabs is in there, standing at the concession, plotting his oppression. Wow, we're NPCs. How that is so crazy to me. That
Dude.
we can just recite that.
I don't know why, but that reminded me of that. Like he said, Jerry Dewey, Jerry Dewey, Jerry Dewey. I'm like, the Krusty Krab is unfair. Mr. Krabs is in there, standing at the concession, plotting his oppression. Murray, you just bring those memories out of me, honestly.
What's your favorite SpongeBob moment?
The episode I always liked is Krusty Towers, where they build the
the hotel.
Yeah.
Krusty
Even the most
Towers.
ridiculous request.
We will never deny a guest. Oh God,
But
that
I
is
was-
crazy. Remember that?
Yeah, I got a pizza a couple weeks ago from Regina in Boston.
Shouts.
And
Krusty
it
Krab
was-
pizza.
Yeah, it was so windy, and like the only thing I could think is
Oh.
while I was walking is Krusty Krab pizza.
Is the pizza.
Absolutely. Bye-bye.
He's like, the pioneers used to ride these bad boys for miles. Hops on the rock and revving it up. He's like,
Yo, that was like me today at a field trip I was at. I fucking busted my shin on a fucking boulder.
Oh, how are the kids?
Kids are chill. They're annoying, but hey, shout out to school kids.
shout
Well, I
out,
should
shout
probably
out.
bleep that out.
Shout out Topsfield
Yeah,
Vocational
yeah, yeah.
Academy.
Yo.
Jesus Christ. Jesus.
Yeah, that's
If
bleep.
you're-
Shout out-
If
Please
you're
bleep it.
listening, you shouldn't be.
Shout out to Central Middle School. You don't know which one. I'm gonna bleep out the first one. We should just start over.
Yep.
we shouldn't even record tonight.
Yeah, give it up.
Man.
Hey,
No,
I'm
that's-
gonna cut that out. Shout out just to the Central Middle School kids. Though.
We had this like spring festival at school tonight, and they did like superlatives, but they did 40 at least 40 superlatives for the kids because they wanted everybody to win one.
Everyone gets a
Jesus
trophy.
Christ.
Everybody
Everyone
got
gets a
one,
trophy.
so
What?
then
What
they
are the
did-
superlatives at 40? Like what?
it was like most likely to beat this teacher in chess. Like, it was brutal. But then they go to
Brutal.
How long are you guys there for?
it was like from 4 to 6. But then
Jesus.
they did staff superlatives.
Did you win?
Oh, I won one.
Let's
Oh,
go.
boy.
They go, oh, biggest slacker, Kevin Murray.
Not the coach.
We're like, what the hell?
What was it a joke or were they dead serious?
Well, they gave, everybody voted and I won. And then they were like, oh, like, glad you could be such a good sport about it. I was like,
You should have.
Thanks.
You should have made.
Thanks.
You should have made a
Say,
scene.
still paying my check though. Still giving
Yeah,
me my
joke's on
check. Joke's on them. That's funny as hell.
You should have made a scene and just said, "I work my tail off every day,
Oh man.
and this is the respect I get."
yeah, I should have.
Dude, you guys feel like students were big affected by the pandemic?
Dude, oh,
Yes.
so are you teach elementary?
No, high school.
Oh, okay, because my sister is an elementary school teacher, and she says the kids who are in second grade now are the craziest and most rambunctious because they were quote unquote
Pandemic babies?
pandemic
Yeah.
babies, and like their main like window, you know, like that strong window when a kid's developing, like
Yeah.
of
that was
learning, like
during the
kindergarten.
pandemic.
Yeah, kindergarten for them was a pandemic.
Yeah.
So now they're in second grade and like don't know how to act.
Yeah.
And she's the one in charge of the most rambunctious ones too. So
It's like that everywhere. It's terrible.
wild.
It's brutal. They had no routine.
No,
They just like got up, played video games, and
that was
back to
everyone.
bed.
Like no one had a routine in the pandemic.
I
you know?
had a great routine during the pandemic. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh,
it was
God.
fantastic.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, no, I would get up. I would go to Dunkin' Donuts with my mom every morning.
Shut
I
up.
would get
That's
There
nice.
you go. That's
I
awesome.
would get a breakfast sandwich and an order of hash browns or an order of snack and bacon.
Oh, snack and bacon's delicious.
Way to
I would-
go.
I
Way
would-
better than the normal bacon.
I would come home. I would watch 2 hours of Restaurant Impossible, which is like a show, or Kitchen Nightmares, which is like it's
So Food Network
yeah,
guy. Food Network
big
guy.
Food Network guy.
Shout out Guy
Shout out.
Fieri.
Would
Shout
watch like 2 hours of that. I'd go work out, and then I'd come home.
Beast.
Yeah, it was great. I lost like 60 pounds during the pandemic.
60. Give it up. Live crowd. Come on.
Yeah.
Make some noise.
No,
That's
but
unreal.
that has since gone away. But
Not all of it.
We'll talk about
not
it.
all of it.
Happy medium. Happy medium.
But then I would play video games, and then I would eat dinner and go to bed. But like I had that routine every single day.
Every single.
You could just do whatever you wanted.
But I didn't do whatever I wanted. I stuck to that every day.
Right.
And then,
Which is what you wanted to do.
And then when they reopened golf courses, I golfed for like, I forget what the number was, but it was like 38 straight days. I played at least 18 holes.
Wow.
Jinkies.
And then,
H
like,
Christmas.
Did you get dirty at golf for that?
Yeah, it was like 10 of those days I played like 36 holes.
Damn.
And it was great because there was no carts because like they didn't want to spread COVID, so I was walking the whole thing.
Oh, so you were
those steps
shedding.
in.
It was like
That's
how
you
it was
shedded the
like-
60 pounds.
Yeah, it was like all coming off. It was like I was walking like 6
Just
miles.
falling off.
I was
them.
walking like at least 6 miles a day, like up and down hills. It was great.
Damn. Walking is actually extremely good.
It's
for
like
you.
they
I've
say
been walking
it's
the lake a lot with my dog.
yeah they say
Shouts.
it's some of the best form of cardio is
100%.
walking.
Just low intensity.
Low impact, good for your knees. Running is terrible for your
Running
knees.
is actually so bad.
People don't talk about it enough.
That's
It's
why I
not
don't-
good
Yeah,
for you,
It's not.
Definitely why I don't do it.
but it's good for you in a lot of ways, but not
It's great
in other
for
ways.
you, but like it does a lot more wear and tear on your body for sure.
Yeah.
I felt it at least firsthand when I like was trying to get my 5K time down.
Yeah. No,
And-
we should really talk to a marathon runner about
Did you guys
that.
run the 5K?
We ran a 5K, but didn't train for it. It was literally just like, hey, there's a 5K tomorrow. You want to do it? And we were like, okay.
How'd
we
it go?
crushed it.
We got almost 30 minutes, which is like mid, but like
Did you guys run it together the whole
Ye-
time?
I
We
tried.
Kept, we kept pace. We kept
he
pace.
was jogging, waiting for me because I was just dead. T-Vex's just a machine, dude.
Nah, dude, you were chugging.
I was chugging, but I was down bad. It was hard. It's freaking hard.
You was chugging. You were chugging.
But I also wasn't trained, you know.
It was like right
Exactly.
around. It was like right around a year ago. Remember when we went to the Celtics? Actually, it was a year ago yesterday. Or
That we went to the Seas?
That we went to the Seas.
What against
The Heat, where they went down like 30 and they cut it to like
Yes.
2 and then they blew it.
Yeah.
We walked to a bar after and you were like chugging down the street, and I'm like trying to catch up to him, like out of breath. And he's like, "Are you coming or not?" And I was like, "Yeah, can you slow down?" I was like, "Can we just call an Uber?"
Were we running?
No, you were walking, like speed walking the whole way. And I was like, "Can we just call an Uber?" And
Well,
you're like,
that-
no,
that's-
we can walk.
T-Vex speed walking and Murray's full sprint.
That's the Boston walk, though. You got that's like shout out MKST.
Dude, that
if
is
you
the-
know he teleports.
We
Dude.
walked at least 2 miles. It was a long walk.
Oh yeah, we looked up on the Uber. We're like, oh, it's $10 Uber. We'll walk.
Yeah, that was bad.
$10 Uber's actually cheap.
No, it was very cheap, and we're just like, yeah, we'll walk.
Oh,
still.
we'll walk. But no, you're so right about MKST. Whenever we're in Boston,
Teleports.
I've been there with him for a couple of Bruins games. Shout out the Canes. And dude, yeah,
Big
whatever.
shout out, big shout out.
He has a routine where he knows where to park, and it's kind of a haul to the Garden, but whatever. So we're walking through like you guys know the Bell in Hand area.
Yep.
So like MKST is just like legit jumping around the city of Boston while like we're like fucking like 10,000 meters behind him because he's just fucking zooming, bro. And like I'll just be like talking, like not even noticing, and then I like look up and he's literally like by the basketball court, and I'm like, bro, where? I was like, how does he do that? He's a grown ass man.
That's like there's
That's
a
impressive.
that's like one of many dad, like they call it dad strength or like dad skills. Like
is just
they can teleport.
on go.
They can instantly bench 315. Doesn't
Calves
matter
the
if you
size of
train.
my head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
calves bigger than a salami sandwich. I don't even know.
Bang out 50 push-ups like it's nothing.
Yeah, just
Oh my
like with his
God.
fingertips.
Yeah.
Yep.
Um,
Some about it's the dad strength, 100%.
what else can they do?
They can do anything.
They're literally superheroes. It's absurd.
It's just crazy how fast that guy runs, and like not even runs, walks, and like me and Z Kane are like running to catch up with him. We're like, Jesus Christ, dude. And we're 25.
At what point do you think that kicks in?
It's
when you have a child.
when the child.
Is it like right when the child's born, or is it when they hit a certain age?
It's probably both. It probably takes a while to master that new given strength you have.
Yeah, you get surges. You know, like you feel it come
It's
on.
only certain activities that happens.
It's like sometimes you
Like planning vacations, they're all itinerary. Like we gotta be there, and then he's speed walking.
Yeah, sometimes you have a great itinerary. Sometimes it's not as good. But then the
But when
older
it's a
you
bad
get,
itinerary, they freak out. My dad used to be rip shit when we were on vacation.
I'm
weren't strict to the fucking.
I'm a big
itinerary.
schedule guy. Stick to the schedule. If we're supposed to be here 20 minutes, we're gonna be here 20 minutes, and we're leaving.
and we're out.
Murray's got it down to a science. That's
yeah,
a fact.
I mean,
Yeah, it's great.
you got scheduling is important. You know.
I kind of want to go back to the pandemic,
especially
talk.
scheduling banquets.
Hey
Rip.
yo,
Scheduling is important. Scheduling is important. We've learned this. We've learned from mistakes as well.
Hey,
you know.
One
Nobody's
day
perfect.
smarter, one day smarter, as we know.
One day smarter now.
What do you think Zinter's up to?
He's probably having a good time right now.
You think he's like a frat kid, or
Whatever he's doing, I'm sure he's doing well.
what about?
I hope he's doing well.
What about Will Robb? You think that kid's still in school?
Well, Rob.
I hope so. But if not, more power to him.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
But T-Beck, I want to talk about, because Murray gave us his pandemic routine.
Oh.
And if you want to add anything more to that, feel free. But I just want to ask T-Beck, what was your pandemic life like?
Pandemic life, honestly, it was, because at that point, I was very, focused on football, train as hard as I
Facts.
could,
You
all
were
that.
grinding.
But it was actually, pandemic kind of came at a good time. I mean, it wasn't good in any way, shape, or form, but
Right.
the timing of because I broke my wrist my senior year and was going to come back for my 5th year. And I was like, it's just not right. Like, I knew it wouldn't be right for the season, but I was going to play anyway, because whatever. But then the pandemic hit, so literally a whole another year for it to recover.
Did
So
you not have a season at all?
no season. We had practices. Only certain amount of kids were allowed to wear pads for some stupid reason. But so only the young players, because at the time I was a senior, the young players wore the pads. The upperclassmen were in helmets. We had practice. We had workouts for a while with no pads. And it was just all on the turf. We lifted weights on the turf. We did everything out on the turf. And then that was our season. We didn't do shit, obviously. But then we come back for the next season. So, whatever. Back to the point of the pandemic. Basically, I was just grinding football.
Right.
Going to the field. Fields are open. Gyms weren't open, but we were making do. Me and Z Kane, we were grinding.
Facts.
Randy was there.
OD.
Coach Kevin Murray, I'm sure you were there as well.
I was not there. I can confirm.
We played catch, probably.
Sure, once or twice.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, had to. There was.
But-
what else were we doing?
Yeah, that exactly. What else was I gonna do? I was just focused. The next season was coming up. I'm gonna give it my all because it's pandemic, nothing else to do.
Facts.
Give it all I got. Shout out Rod Wave.
Shouts.
Huge shouts.
Would you guys say your pandemic time was positive or negative?
This is the greatest time of my life.
Fire.
It was definitely. I liked how the way the world kind of slowed down.
Yeah.
And it didn't stop, but it slowed down, and obviously it fucked up a lot of shit in society.
I feel like it never really sped back up though. I feel
That's the thing. It's. I see what you're saying.
It
things
did,
have
but
changed.
it took a step back as a whole.
nobody goes into work anymore.
Yeah, there's a lot of people
don't.
A lot of people don't go
Why
into
wouldn't
work.
you work from home if you could?
Yeah,
And I
Right.
get it. I would do the same thing if I could, 100%.
Especially people get the super like setups, like home offices.
Facts.
Then there's
They got the treadmills. They got the stand-up desk. They're literally walking on the treadmill as they're
feet
working.
Treadmill.
but like they're gaining 2 hours of their day back every day because they don't have
Without
to
the commute.
Yeah, without the commute, like at least
Crazy.
a lot of people at least that much time.
Yeah.
So it's probably way
On
better.
average, it's
Yeah.
probably 2 hours at minimum.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, things have changed. Like, even an example that I worked at Enterprise Rent-A-Car before the pandemic, and the hours of work were 7 to 6, but it was really like 7 to 6:30. It was a long day. But then
Damn.
pandemic hit. They were shut down for a while because no one wanted to be in a car with another stranger for the pandemic, obviously. But then when they started back up, they couldn't really get people to work for them. So they like lessened their hours. Like, the work from home culture kind of rubbed off on them. Now the hours are like 8:30 to 5. Like,
Yeah, that's way better.
yeah. So, and they used to make you wear a shirt and tie every day. Now you can wear like a polo.
Fire.
So
Loosening up.
they loosened up big time. They used to make you shave too.
No way.
Yeah.
Really?
What is this, Market Basket?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Market Basket makes
Shout
you
out
shave.
Yeah,
the moles.
You gotta shave if you're a guy. You can't have hair past your ears.
Wow.
So I wouldn't be able to work at.
You,
Basket?
they would send you upstairs before your shift to shave this. You can keep the mustache, but
That's crazy.
what was-
Before your shift, they make you shave like
they
that.
give you a razor. It was the worst razor on the planet. It was like one of the 99-cent ones off the shelf.
Yeah.
And just like their cheapest like shaving cream. And
Oh my
like they were like, go
God.
upstairs and shave, and then you'd like cut yourself and stuff before you shift, and it was like the worst feeling ever.
That is
Dude.
so weird to me. I did not know.
Yeah,
that.
I didn't know Market Basket was run like the New York Yankees.
Yeah,
Market
what the
Basket
hell?
is literally stuck in 1945.
Yeah, the
Jesus.
moles.
Yeah.
The mullahs.
Bring back the strike.
I
I
started to be
Honestly,
late of the strike.
I started right after the strike, and it was the worst because all they did was talk about how great the strike was and how great everything was. And here I am, like, working like a dog the whole time, putting groceries in bags, and they're telling me about their summer where they stood outside with a picket sign and just watched people go in the store with no workers.
Just chirp them.
Yeah, it was bad. What was your pandemic like?
Yeah, man. Enlighten.
Pandemic life was a roller coaster for me personally, because it was a time of like a lot of good happening and a lot of bad happening, and like good thing like I was graduating, bad thing was like during pandemic, you know.
Shout out graduating.
I still like worked at like a quote unquote necessary job, so I had to like still work, which kind of sucked, but like whatever, I was just making money. And
Hell yeah.
you know, yeah, a lot of other good shit happened and a lot of other bad shit happened, and like I don't know, I wouldn't say it was like, I would say overall it was positive. Like I don't regret anything or anything that occurred, and I don't, you know, and I would do it again, 100%. Like I would do it again.
I wouldn't do it again because it was a pandemic, but I
know
see what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Like I don't
Like
regret
if
it,
we
like,
had
I
it,
would.
if we had the opportunity for the world to slow down like that again,
That's
yeah,
like,
If nobody died, I would do it again.
well, yeah,
Right.
100%. And
yeah,
like,
if it was yeah,
and like think about it like this, like we like weren't technically like weren't allowed to like be around each other. Like we had like social distance and things
Well,
like that.
did
but,
we?
But what we did like for like the first like couple weeks, because I remember
Online
this
blackjack.
was some of the best nights I've had in like so long. We would be on Zoom playing blackjack, while playing Fortnite sometimes, just like chilling, and we would have a fucking squad on Zoom, and it would be awesome. It would be so much fun. And I remember Matty Merck, all the boys used to get fucked up,
Matty
like
Merck used
shit faced.
Matty Merck used to like bleed me dry. Of
Yes,
money.
yes, through online.
I'll never
blackjack.
forget there was one.
Mark
Dude, Mark had the
dealer, Matty
great-
dealer.
Merck had the crazy setup where you could see his face and you could see his hands shuffling the cards,
he had two different.
Yes.
Zooms
putting them
going.
out, and we're all like, like, dude, it was just like fucking.
Two different zooms
Dude,
going.
it really
he had
was. It
two
was
different
crazy.
cameras going, and like we would have so much fucking fun, and like we would stay up to like mad late, 2 a.m., 3 a.m. doing that. We would go to like Z Kane's crib, be outside under the tree till like 3 a.m. Just fucking talking because we just like didn't have anywhere to go, nowhere to be, like
Remember
no
when we
time
used to
to
go
go.
to Z Kane's late night and play Werewolf?
Dude,
I miss that.
shout Werewolf, by the way. If you guys don't know the game Werewolf,
What's werewolf?
you've played before. I know you have, but you might not remember the
It's
rules.
like you put your head down and like.
Should I play? I have the app still. Should I play it?
Oh, I think I remember this.
Werewolves. Werewolf is essentially just a game of deceit, and you're trying to figure it the fuck out.
Close your eyes. Werewolves. Wake up and look for other werewolves.
Essentially, werewolves, you're trying to find out who the werewolves are because they're killing everyone, so you got to stop them. So your goal is to find out who the werewolves are. And they close their eyes. And then
Wake up.
another villager, like they all have different duties as a villager. So it's villagers essentially versus werewolves. And you're in a group of like, say, like 5 people.
Can we
minimum.
play right now?
We would need like 5 people.
Yeah,
You need 5 people because you need like 2 werewolves and then like 3 villagers. And essentially,
Werewolves.
you have a card, right?
Look around.
And so so your eyes are closed. You have a card, and that's already pre-dealt out, and then you would have to like you would see your card first before like you go to bed, and then you go to bed, and then during the night things happen where like people have abilities as certain villagers or as certain criminals or like as the werewolves like I think like the werewolves can like see a card in the middle or something, or like the seer can like. Actually, no, the seer can see a card in the middle. The werewolves can't look at cards. The robber can rob a card, switch a card. Then there's like a seer that I think can swap cards. Like, so if you 2 had cards, I could swap them. That would change things up because you would think you're the card that you have and you would think you were the card that you have. But realistically, I swapped you, so you have no idea. And so sometimes that's a Tanner move because the Tanner wants to die. And if the Tanner dies, he wins. It's just a solo suicide mission. So there's like sometimes you have the Tanner card and you're like acting very sus, like you're the werewolf. So that way you die and then you win. And so it's just like a lot of deceit and lies going on. So it's like Among Us essentially. You got to figure out who the imposter is. And like you may not even know you're the imposter or not because your card might be stolen. So
Werewolves. Every werewolf out there listening, now that is how the game's played.
Something like
he
that.
knows.
Something like that.
All I can think of is
Go back
Smitty
and listen to
going,
that again.
Oh, I'm the Tanner.
Yeah, it would get so much to the point where like we would just like reveal like what we are, and like someone would be like, oh, like I woke up in the middle of the night and I moved this card and that card, and someone was like, I don't know, that's a Tanner move. And he's like, well, maybe I'm the Tanner. And it's like, no, maybe I'm the Tanner. So you just don't know because everyone's just kind of like just a step ahead. Like, okay, like get everyone guessing. And you just got to be able to read the bullshit. If you read the bullshit, you'll do well at it. But it's hard. It's fucking hard sometimes, especially when you don't know what card you are because you should get robbed.
Who do you got tonight for the C's?
I think here's how I'm looking at it.
Oh, speaking of C's, what time
Speaking of
is
C's,
it?
they started
They
at 8:30,
are
right?
Where's
speaking of
that
C's,
John at?
I knew they were gonna win Game 4, and I know they're gonna go 4-0. They're gonna win tonight. They're gonna win
They're
next
win
game.
Game 5.
They're gonna win Game 7. And they're gonna move
They're
on.
winning Game 6.
I know it. I don't.
7.
I'm not saying that because I think the Celtics are the best team in the league. Like I'm telling you right now, as like an aggravated sports fan, that like, especially Celtics fan, that like they don't deserve it honestly because they're very inconsistent and like. Yeah, like you have the ability to drop 50 burgers. You have the ability to play
They're coming back to win
unreal
right
defense.
now.
You have the ability to do all this shit, but like you do it when you feel free.
Do you really think that the Heat deserve it though, with their bums?
I feel like a Nugget Heat finals is like the worst thing on planet Earth, if I'm being honest. I'm gonna fix this. There's some weird thing going on. Might be. I don't know.
I
There was
just-
some weird sizzling going on.
I did just look at the score.
C's winning.
They are.
So 4-0. Like I said, I know it. It's in the script. I saw the script. Not actually, but kind of actually. I saw the script.
So Nuggets Celtics finals is the script.
So I think Celtics Nuggets finals is Hundo P the script.
Can we talk about the conspiracy theory of Lana Rhodes?
That would be a good thing to do. A teabag. Wait, what are we looking for? A teabag by the
The
way?
remote.
Is that Gonzo? That you've been honestly, I don't know what to do. Let's just forget about it for now.
We can look up scores at least.
Let me look up scores.
They're up 15 right now.
I'm probably get on my ESPN app. But speaking of
We'll stay updated on the C's.
NBA
Conspiracies.
conspiracy controversy going on. Who wants to take on that burden right now?
I think. I don't think that he is the father,
Who?
Bruce Brown.
Okay. Okay.
Because
If
I think
my
that
true opinion
they're
is I
just
think it's
going
KD.
with it now. Yeah, I think it
it's
was
KD.
a big player on the Nets before, and now they're right. Like I forget, there was like an article that came out on like Barstool or something that was like, is he the father? And I think that like now that they're running with it a little bit more, with like her putting him on her story and stuff like that.
Yeah. Maybe it's just maybe it's a diversion tactic, of course, because here's the thing. There's people have told like Logan Paul and his boys like know about it, and they told Charlamagne the God, who you know Charlamagne the God,
Yeah.
Breakfast Club.
Yep.
He was shocked. I don't think he would be shocked if it was not Shay. Shout out Bruce Brown, fucking demon. But like
They were
I
shocked at who
I
the
just don't
father
think
was.
Charlamagne the God was like, what the fuck? He was like, no way. So like, I feel like the only way he would have that interaction with it is if they said it was KD.
Oh,
They wouldn't be
okay,
like, oh,
yeah.
it's the father's Bruce Brown. He'd be like,
Well, what if it was like James
like-
Harden? James Harden loves
was he on
strip
the,
clubs.
Was he on the Nets though?
Pretty sure he was on the Nets for a year.
Was he on the Nets
James
when
Harden was on the Nets.
James Harden
Ooh.
loves strip clubs.
Could be Kyrie.
and loose women.
Could be Kyrie.
It could be Ben Simmons.
Could be Blake Griffin.
There's no way.
It
was
could be
Kyrie Irving.
KD, Blake, Kyrie, Harden, Brown.
Joe Harris.
Could be Joe Harris. It could be.
There's no way it's Joe Harris.
Could be.
I don't know. I just think, in my opinion,
ISO Joe Johnson.
in
Maybe
my
it was
opinion,
Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce.
Imagine. They didn't say current net. They said a Nets player. So it could be former.
Yeah,
But it
that's a
was
great
during the
point.
time.
It was Jason Kidd.
It could have been Steve Nash.
Yeah.
Well, her kid's like a year old now, so we have to look at like a year ago Nets.
She said a notable Nets player, but
James Harden.
What did he play in 21, 22?
Yes, sir.
If he did, then yeah, it could be him, huh? Damn.
Maybe that's why
Crazy.
there was a fallout in Brooklyn. Maybe that's why he wanted to get traded.
Maybe.
I hear he's going back to Houston.
Murray's on a different level of thinking right now.
Yeah.
Coach Kevin Murray.
Coach Murray, dude. That's
Always
that's
seeing
an
one-
IQ.
Always seeing one step ahead. Yeah, if he goes back to Houston, that's just stupid. Like, he's a fraud.
He hasn't shown up in a fourth quarter in an NBA playoff basketball game in his entire lifetime. So
When I think of him,
it's not good.
all I think of is like Boston was playing Houston this was probably like 7 years ago at this point, and the Celtics were down.
He dropped 45.
No, probably, but Celtics were down like a bunch, and then they went down like 4 points with like 12 seconds left, and Harden twice fouled Smart before the ball was inbounded, so we got free throws both times and the ball, and we ended up winning the game because of it. And like one of the times, like Harden flopped, and him flopping made it look like there was a foul, and that was called on him. That's all I think of when I think of him.
So
Nothing good.
So are you saying that
No bueno.
he's possibly throwing games because he got big money on him?
No.
Well, technically NBA.
So how does he
is scripted.
how does he score 40 points in the first 3 quarters, and then the fourth quarter comes and he's 0 for 15?
Because the script.
His Tight.
What is it?
Tight butthole. real tight.
Bro, not gonna lie, my college football coach
my
used to do
God.
that.
Oh
Used to be
my
like,
God.
Man, right now, this is me. This is my butthole right now. My butthole.
What would he say after?
Did he ever
that?
show you?
No. We just had to take his word
Jesus
for it, I
Christ.
guess.
Pause.
Jesus Christ.
Big
We
pause.
just have to take his word for it. What a ridiculous statement.
But, oh, what were we talking about?
James Harden in the fourth quarter.
Tight butthole.
Yeah,
No,
doesn't show up. Period. Point blank. Period. Not a guy I would want on my team. Not a
Who
guy I
would
would
you-
want leading. No. Good
Him
scorer.
Or Iguodala. Martians have the death beam.
I want Iguodala. Shout out Max Kellerman.
Rest in peace. Well, he's not dead, but rest in peace to his career.
His rap career.
Did he rap?
that's some dicey territory.
Wait, what happened to Kellerman?
Didn't they boot him from the show?
I know he's not off the show now.
Yeah, I haven't seen him since.
He just wasn't good television, I
Yeah,
guess.
he would just say the worst takes in the planet so he could get like clicks.
He goes, Iguodala. That Iguodala thing probably led to him being fired. Like,
No, that was so long ago. He
Well,
said
he-
some other stupid things about like Tom Brady and whatnot.
yeah, Tom Brady.
That he's not the GOAT.
He's like, he's fallen off a cliff.
Psych. Now,
And then he won like 2 more Super Bowls.
what do you think about him buying part of the Raiders? And then Tom Brady
Max Kellerman did?
No, Tom Brady bought a stake in the Vegas Raiders.
How big of a stake?
Wow.
I don't know. He's a
Maybe that's because
he's
Josh
a-
McDaniels trying to make a
he's
Pats 2.0.
He's a part owner, but like, how do you feel about him being a part owner and then coming back to New England?
Is he coming back to New England?
Week 1, they're honoring him.
I mean,
nothing wrong with that.
yeah, nothing wrong with that. I mean,
Do you think they retire his number,
yeah.
Yes. I mean, how do you not?
or would you?
No, I think Bill's gonna
Would
be
you-
stingy.
Would you rather give it to Mac Jones?
I would rather
If
give
Mac
it to
Jones
Bailey Zappi, the
Proves
Zapper.
himself, I'd give it to Mac Jones.
I hope he proves himself.
If he wins a playoff game, then maybe he can wear 11.
We were just talking about this with Matty Merrick, that this whole season hinges on Mac Jones.
Yes, that every season hinges on your quarterback. I feel like.
There's a big hinge on the QB position.
But like especially Mac, because he kind of stinks.
No, he doesn't.
He does though.
Just let him cook.
Yeah,
We
I'm not
we
out on
need
him.
Mac to
I'm
be
just saying
healthy.
he's not great.
and we need him to let him cook.
Yes.
I'm the first to say that I liked Bailey Zappi last year. I thought he should have been starting all year. People
I
don't
just wanna
like that
say-
take.
I don't.
I just want
But-
to say Zappy was my fantasy team name.
Yeah.
Shout out.
What was it again?
Shout out. Zappy, my pappy.
Shout out. But
shots.
I'm saying
I'm saying I was just on.
I got
was on him
the
too.
Zappy fever, and
I had
I'm
Zappy
still
fever like
sneezing.
before the fever was even a thing.
yeah. So, but like to be honest, I'm not a Mac guy.
I'm not a Mac guy.
Like,
I believe.
I'm a Mac guy.
I don't believe. I don't.
Yeah,
So
I
we
know.
have not a Mac guy, indifferent Mac guy.
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't disbelieve and I don't believe just because like he's had one good year and one bad year, and I just like need one more good year
I was hoping we were
to know the difference.
We were trading him for Lamar, but
Well, who wouldn't want that? But Lamar's about to.
Me.
But Lamar's not a ball. He's gonna ball with the Ravens.
dude,
No.
now,
He's
dude, listen to
injury prone.
his offense: Lamar,
He was holding out.
J.K. Dobbins,
Okay.
Odell Beckham,
Okay. Odell
Duvernay.
Beckham's washed.
Duvernay,
All
He's
right.
gonna want-
Rashard Bateman,
Eh.
Zay-
got hurt.
Mark Andrews.
Zay Flowers, Mark
Okay.
Andrews,
Good O line.
Isaiah Likely.
Isaiah
Lamar
Likely.
Shout out Everett.
Lamar Jackson.
Shout out Everett High School. Lamar
We're
Jackson.
leaving out Lamar Jackson.
Well, no, I said him first,
Do we? My bad.
but
I'm not a Lamar guy.
Why?
He gets hurt all the time.
you would be
But
if he
those
was
were
on the
fake
Pats.
injuries. because he was
I've
trying to
seen
hold out.
Huntley play more than Lamar. Like when I watch Ravens games, I feel
Fair.
like I see Huntley on the screen.
Last
more than
season,
more-
definitely.
and
Last
the season
season,
before.
definitely.
I feel like I see him on the screen more than I see Lamar.
Yeah.
Lamar was holding out for the bag though, and they wouldn't give it to him, so he was faking injury.
You think so?
I think 100%. He wants
Wow.
the bag, and they gave him the bag.
Wow. Well, they did give him
Now,
the bag.
now he has a bag, so now he's gonna ball. It's
MVP
I think
season
it's
part 2.
MVP part 2.
Steve Nash season.
Are you guys Jalen Hurts guys?
Steve Nash season. Am I a Jalen Hurts guy?
Dude, this guy invented Jalen Hurts.
Really?
Dude, you know, I've rode with Jalen Hurts for the past like 3 years of fantasy. 2 years actually.
I didn't know that.
Yes, sir.
I don't pay attention.
You know my
to any,
Eagles stack.
I don't pay attention to any team but mine.
I had the Eagles stack last year.
Did you?
Yeah, I had Goddard
What?
and and Jalen Hurts.
It's really stacked.
I tried getting AJ Brown, but it was just too high of a sell.
Slay J.
Smitty had AJ, and I offered him CD for AJ, and he goes, "Give me CD and Josh Jacobs." Yeah,
Smitty,
let me do that for you.
What was the trade?
Fucking A.
You tried. Brando tried to offer me a trade last year, and he was like,
I was fucking with Murray. What
"No,
the
you
shit?
weren't. You were dead serious. You were like, oh, like, do you want to do this and this for this?" And Merck is in his ear right after because he was like, "Oh, I'm about to do this trade with Murray," and Merck's like, "Don't do that. Don't do that." I'm about to trade,
Yeah.
and Brando, we already agree, and Brando's like, "Well, wait a second. Can we do like a completely different one than what I just offered?"
Yeah, I was just pissed off at my team. I just was like ready to make a jump. And
My
Rick
team
was like, "Don't jump."
My team started off so well. We were like 6-1, and then I don't think
You had Kyler, right? Yeah,
I don't think I won a game the rest of the year. It was
Kyler
Flyler.
fucked up Murray shit, dude.
dude.
But you had
Green
Mondre.
light.
He picked Mondre like second round, and little did he know Mondre
Yeah.
ball.
I had Mondre on my
or
team
you did
too.
know Mondre was gonna ball.
I was at the game where Kyler tore his ACL. That was
gosh.
Oof.
that was brutal.
Dun-dum.
No.
Yes.
I'm not even gonna play anything. I don't.
Yeah.
I was gonna
We don't
cheer,
wanna-
but
Do
don't
you
cheer.
Do you have
Yeah.
taps?
I wish.
We could.
We've
with
played
Dongy.
taps before.
All right, but actually,
Celtics.
I do want to talk about a couple things. Murray, you're a music guy, no?
Well, a little bit.
Murray,
right.
this is the thing about Coach Kevin Murray. He knows every song that they ever play.
I would say that is facts.
Every time a song's on, you spit every word. I'm like, where? How do you know all this?
Not every time.
Majority. You know a lot of songs. He's a sneaky music guy.
Murray's sneaky music guy. Murray,
Sneaky.
talk about a new album that came out recently. Was your boy Morgan Wallen actually?
Great album.
All right, talk about it.
Wasn't it like 50 songs?
36.
30 something? Yeah.
That's a lot.
I love it.
3 times. I thought it was really good.
You going to the concert?
You know what's funny?
I asked you, and you said,
And I said yes, and you said you were gonna buy the tickets, and I said, all right, let me know when to pay. And
I think it went a little differently than
no, that's cap. We'll figure that. We'll talk about that after. But talk
Yes.
about the album. Talk about what you enjoyed. It's called One Thing at a Time or something.
I don't support Morgan Wallen.
Because you think he should be canceled?
Yes.
Okay, that's fair.
Yes, One Thing at a Time is his latest double album.
Nah, but he does make
my
good
favorite
music.
song on it is probably Neon Star.
Really?
Yeah, I love that song. I think it's catchy. And then I like 98 Braves.
Fire. No, all these are actually like really
Um,
good. 180 good.
Next,
He
after
makes
that,
good music.
Last Night is
last-
honestly my favorite.
Last
'cause
Night's
he teased
great.
that.
but it
Last
is
night.
so short.
That's the point. It makes you want to listen to it more.
Yeah, and then I listened to it 12 times in the car, and then I'm sick of it after a month.
But you got more clicks. Me and all your
Cowgirls
Fire.
is good.
Thought You Should Know.
Um,
Fire.
Thought You Should
Man Made a
Know.
Bar.
Great.
Fire. F-150-50. Fire. Thinking about me. Fire. One
I
at a
like
Time.
Whiskey Friends. Oh,
Whiskey Fang.
I love
Whiskey
Days and
Fang.
End and Why.
Yeah, I mean, it's if you know Morgan Wallen, you listen to Morgan Wallen. It's typical Morgan Wallen. He, for the most part, always fucking hits.
Have you guys seen
Rarely misses.
the Sunday Conversation with Caleb Presley? And he was like,
He's done one. I didn't know that.
he did one with him.
That's
and,
fire. That's a good combo right
He
there.
pulls out his credit card and he's like, "This is my Morgan Wallen credit card." He's like, "I canceled it, but for some reason it still works."
What?
Because remember when he got canceled for his issues?
Jesus, what did he say?
He just laughed. That was really funny.
God. Wow.
Those
I gotta watch
Caleb-
more of those Sunday conversations.
Those are funny. Very funny.
Yeah, they are good. What do you guys think of Liver King?
Dude, the Liver King.
Ooh, that's a good topic, actually.
So
Liver King. What do you think?
This
Liver
was-
King?
so some things that Liver King says, I'm not gonna say I don't agree with because I guess I've never tried eating raw meat.
I was gonna ask how
True.
many raw testicles have you eaten
Yeah,
in your
none.
life?
So
How many are you willing to eat to look like him?
None.
That was a
So
little bit of a pause.
pause.
I mean,
Brando, how many would you eat to look
obviously,
like him?
it's like if you were to like be superhuman, which he is, like of course, like
Well, he was actually on
why wouldn't I
steroids.
do that? Yes, exactly.
Yes.
That's the thing is like, are you just essentially willing to take performance enhancers?
No.
Well,
Have you
no.
guys-
But like if you were to tell me that if I ate testicles and liver and all this shit to look at that, then I would do it.
Well, no, this is what I'll
if
say.
it truly worked, I would. But obviously, you don't need to do that.
Gross.
You know what I mean?
No, this is what I'll say on that topic.
Again, he's
He-
superhuman.
He is shredded out of his mind, like his lifestyle. I do some parts of the lifestyle. I do like primal lifestyle, like walking barefoot. Very
Oh,
good
shit
for
like
you.
that, yeah.
Like,
and I mean,
he
like
ta- he,
liver
like-
isn't a weird thing to eat. People eat
No, a
liver
lot of
all the
people eat.
time.
I think my
No, yeah.
grandparents eat
A
liver.
lot of people eat
It's
liver.
very good for you.
It's also like actually really good for you.
Yeah, like it's like the ultimate superfood, you know.
The ultimate superfood. Yes.
But like he'll like take naps and like on riverbanks and stuff.
Have you
which
seen?
is, like,
have you
funny.
seen his like home life? Like where he sleeps? He sleeps on a plank of wood. Like it is
Yeah.
literally
He's
like
like-
solid wood, and he's
like our primal
Yeah.
brethren?
he puts one blanket over it, and he's like, "This is good for me." Like
Yeah.
imagine being married to him and being like, "This is a good idea."
Liver Queen.
Yeah.
Shout out.
The liver queen. Shouts liver queen.
Liver queen.
But
Aren't we all just trying to find liver queen in life?
yeah, that's all.
Murray's got a liver queen.
Yep.
Shouts.
Shout out.
Shouts.
Give it up
Let's say good up.
for the Murray Queen.
Murray, not to deviate from this topic, this is a good topic, but I just want to ask because this is a good topic too.
Oh, boy.
I just think love is a good feeling. I tell my boys,
No, it's a great feeling.
yo, T-Back, I love you, dog.
Hey, we love all the Bice.
I love you, big homie.
Hey, we love
you,
all
dog.
you
We love
watching.
everyone that watching.
subscribers.
Yep.
Anyone.
Facts.
We love
No,
all
it's
the
great. I'm
haters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you're happy,
Great.
that's love, is it not?
Yeah.
So I would say love is a fucking drug.
Okay, Kesha.
Your love, your love, your love is
Love
my
can be a drug, though. That's facts.
You think so?
Yes, because when people get heartbroken, they withdraw. And what happens when you quit a drug? You withdraw.
All right.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Yeah, it's just
It's
like
just-
you had
it's just endorphins.
You had
You should
run
you
through
should give a TED talk.
dopamine.
That's basically what the Bice in the back is.
I know, but you should like officially stand up there and give a
Yeah,
TED talk.
we should. We
You know
will.
what?
We
I've
will.
actually, it's funny you say that because I've thought about what I would say for a TED Talk, and I have like two things. One of it's just like a joking TED Talk, like I just want to fuck around. I would talk about why I think a Darty is better than a Narty. I think that's a really good TED Talk that we could talk about.
That's a good point.
It's a good one. I think it's
There's
good.
a lot of benefits.
I think there's a lot to talk about with that hasn't been done yet. So that's why I wouldn't want to do that. Then if I were to do something serious, like actually like TED Talk, I think I would keep it more towards like psychology, mental health awareness type, because I think that's so prevalent right now, especially, and I think a lot of people suffer it right now, or just more than ever, I guess. It's always been a thing, but just more than ever. And I think it's just more acceptable nowadays more than ever, too. And I think there's just a lot of misinformation and a lot of important things that, I don't know, could be kind of like just like talked about more and like
It'd be
in a
good to
TED Talk
shed
level.
some light on it.
Exactly, like just a cool, like not lecturing way, but just like a seminar. And like, I watched one with Kid Cudi. Kid Cudi did a TED Talk and like,
Shout out Kid Cudi, one of the goats of the music industry.
Great
and,
guy.
Like what I just like in TED Talks in
Great
general
guy.
is it could be Kid Cudi, it could be
That's the thing. Kid Cudi, he gets it.
Kid Cudi does get
Just
it.
with life in general, he
Shouts,
gets it.
shouts Scott Mescudi.
Shout out.
Come on the pod. But like The thing about TED Talks is like
You
you
know
would
you're
still
listening.
have like Neil deGrasse Tyson or like all these famous scientists that like will do a TED Talk and they can explain it to you in like a more like digestible way, right? That's what's
Yeah.
the benefit of a TED Talk, right? Is to kind of like be able to understand it better. And like I just saw that with Kid Cudi when he did his. He was like he kind of like approached it more like stand-up comedy a little bit, and like had people laughing, making jokes, and like just understanding his life, his music, his art. And I was like, damn, this is like a really cool format, and like that's why I've always really
That's
liked
lit.
TED Talks. It was like it
That
could
is
be
great.
it could be educational, like comical storytelling, like
It could be
important,
informal.
informal, like all these things
formal.
in one. It doesn't need to be, just straight lecturing you. And like
Facts.
that's just like what I think a lot about the education system. It's kind of just straight lecturing you instead of like it could be comical, it could be this, it could be that, it could be informal, all these things. And like that's what I feel like the TED Talk is so popular is because you just grasp it better,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're actually gonna start doing them. We're gonna call them Bice Talks.
Yeah, I mean, we did.
Balance
Bice
is the center
Talks
of everything.
technically is what this is right now.
Yeah,
This is
so-
essentially our TED Talk. And like, but yeah, what would you say as a TED Talk, Murray?
He'd
I
be
never-
teaching the art of
Bunt.
the art of bunt.
The art of bunting. 100%.
No, actually
You
no.
would have to do your baseball
The
IQ.
art of pitch count in high school baseball.
Then how essential it is.
Talk about it. Speak about it. Speak on it.
It almost won this man a state championship
Speak on it. Unless
It-
you don't
How,
want to.
how would you say it almost won us a state championship?
because it was going to, but we ran into
Austin Prep.
a juggernaut.
We would have if we were not on that side of the bracket, we would have been state champs.
Damn.
Or at least lost in the finals.
Yeah. We had a great team last year, Brando.
No, I remember it.
Yeah.
I remember. Merrick, TB, you would always tell me
Great
about it.
staff.
All the
Great
good
staff.
kids.
Great.
And like,
Utilization of the pitch count.
Yeah.
just some fucking grinders out there.
You remember when
Don't say it.
no, I'm not gonna say that.
Don't say it.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna say that.
Well,
Remember
And-
when we beat Groton Dunstable in the first round though?
That was a great moment.
Yep. That was a great moment.
Dude, remember when we beat the crosstown rival two
Port.
times?
Port twice.
Let's go.
Shout out Pentucket baseball, 4-14 right now.
damn.
No
really?
comment. No comment.
Do you guys miss it at all?
Celtics up 49-36 with 4:31 to go in the second quarter.
That's what I call a good half.
Let's keep it running though. We gotta
Yeah,
play.
We
two
got to
more
keep it
quarters.
running.
Do you
Who-
think how
who's
many
balling? Who's
how
hooping?
many threes do you think Marcus Smart before you tell us how many threes do you think Marcus Smart has shot?
6, and he's landed 2.
I'm gonna say he's 1 for 3 from 3.
Let's see. Stats. Marcus Smart.
I'm gonna say Jaylen Brown has 7 points.
Jaylen Brown has
14.
13.
All right.
That goes to ring. Marcus Smart has 8 points.
How many threes?
Doesn't say.
I'll look it up.
How do you say?
That's
tell
minimum
that?
1. Yeah. Unless he's hitting the lefty layers again.
Let's see. Tatum's got 12. Derek White's 11. Jaylen Brown 13. Marcus Smart 8. Grant Williams 1.
Marcus Smart is 2 of 3 from 3.
Wow.
Not bad.
That's a 2 of 6.
Tatum's got 12.
Okay. So they're passing it around evenly. I like it. It's
Alright.
team
Sharing the rock.
status.
Sharing the rock.
That's what
Yeah.
we need.
I mean, I think it's going forward now. 100%.
You think so?
Yeah, we're calling it right here, right now in the Bice. We said it earlier.
It's 4 and out.
The Celtics are running the table, going to the finals. If
I
you
know
don't know, now you know.
That's
You'll see it soon.
Mic drop.
That 4 and out though is going to take a. That's like that. If that series occurs if this series occurs that way, basically that's going to go down in history, is it not?
Yes, I think.
That would be legit a 30 for 30.
Let's see, because if I'm not mistaken, it's never happened, or it's only happened once in the NBA. I think it's never happened, but I'm gonna look it up.
Isn't that what happened with the 2004 Sox?
2004 Sox
They went down 3-0, yeah.
down 3-0.
Don't Let them win tonight.
Tonight.
So essentially, it's just like that, but with the C's. I don't know, man. That's pretty motivational type shit, though. That's really, you live to see those moments, right, Mary? Isn't that the shit you fucking grind for?
I think that's the stuff you live for.
That's the stuff you fucking
You
live
need
for.
it.
You fucking need it.
Listen.
Have you ever felt those? Have you ever had that moment
Not yet.
with baseball and shit? Nothing.
Not yet.
Nothing close.
I don't think so.
But do you have a best moment? Do you either of you have a best moment?
Of what?
Just coaching baseball or your own experience? Or?
Coaching baseball.
Favorite baseball memory?
Favorite baseball.
That is, like, for example, the Kevin Millar, don't let us win tonight.
Okay.
Something famous, yeah.
favorite,
Yeah, famous.
Famous baseball memory. How about when Pedro, in that series, Pedro gets shelled in like game 2, and he's like, I just sit there, and he's like, I just call the Yankees my daddy. And then
Yeah,
he
that
goes
was
out-
wild.
and then
That
he
was
goes-
sus.
And then he goes out there at the next start and he shoves.
He shoved as they were chanting, "Who's your daddy?"
Yeah.
to him.
Brando, are you playing Twi this year?
I'm undecided yet.
Okay.
It depends.
Dude,
we'll see.
He led
What
the
about
league
you?
in stolen bases.
Did.
Did I?
Yes.
No way. I think I had one stolen base.
That sounds about
Exactly.
right.
So you won.
Sounds about right for Twi.
And to confirm, no team has ever come back 3 down to win an NBA playoff series.
It's one. They're 0 for 150,
yeah.
or maybe 149.
Ooh,
I think I said 3 to 1,
right
3 to
there.
0. I meant.
So I mean, now they got a lot to work for, a lot to grind for, and imagine being a coach in that situation. That's tough.
That is very tough.
That's a stressful fucking situation. It's like you can do it. It's fucking right there. And like the Celtics can do it. I think that's why it's so frustrating, because they can do it, and it's just like they don't. And I
Yeah,
think
I'd say
just
it's
like,
definitely frustrating.
we just don't have a guy like Larry Legend that's gonna say, "Hey, I'm about to drain this shit in your mug," and then does it. We just have
need
guys that
someone.
like can do it, but like don't got it like that.
We need a Jimmy Buckets type, because he
Yeah, we need buckets.
is like that. Wore like a Joker, Jokic,
That
like
just always
that.
hits.
Well, that's the thing. Whoever's playing the best basketball at this point of the year is going to be the one that's staying around. And right now, Jokic is hooping.
Yeah.
They're in the finals for a reason. And Jimmy is getting buckets.
Some of those
but
shots,
the Celtics are still fighting.
some of those shots that he hit against the Lakers in Game 4 were crazy. Some of those threes that he hit,
Yeah.
like I was like, he's literally just putting the ball above his head and throwing it at the hoop.
And it's
And
just
it was like, yeah, it was crazy.
water.
Just easy like butter.
Yeah,
And
no,
then
he makes it look
Not only that,
too easy.
Jamal Murray is balling too.
He's
He's a
he was a rising star a few years ago. Then he got hurt,
yeah,
but he's coming back.
he's a bucket getter.
He's a bucket getter.
Even Bruce is balling, doing well.
Bruce is just a great player overall. Like, he'll do anything, do it all.
Shout out Lana Rhodes.
Shouts to the boys.
Aaron Gordon, beast,
He's a 4th overall pick. He's good.
dog. Shout out P-Mac. That's
I was
his,
about to say,
former
P-Mac,
favorite
he's
player.
obsessed with them. Where was he from? Arizona State, or is Arizona?
Arizona, I believe.
Arizona.
And then got drafted by the Magic.
Yep.
And he should have won the dunk contest. People forget. I think he had like 350s in a row and didn't
Yeah.
win. It's
He got-
absurd.
he got boned.
Damn.
Big time.
Speaking of dunk contest, T-Beck, do you have a favorite dunk contest?
Well,
Whatever.
whenever I think dunk contest, I think Vince Carter, Vinsanity. When he put on a show, he did, reverse 360 against the grain windmill.
But what about Steve Nash and your dog?
Oh, Amari Stoudemire.
Yes.
This was an all-timer because, Steve Nash, 2-time MVP. He's leading the league in assists almost every year. He was leading the league in assists this year at the All-Star break, this particular year. And Amari he's just known for dunking. He attacks the rim with authority. So he's in the dunk contest. And yeah, he throws it off backboard. Steve Nash, first try, heads it to him. And Amari hits like a 360.
pass.
Perfect pass. 360. first attempt. That's important in dunk contest.
Is the first attempt.
Very important. And
You think they practice that shit? Or was
Yeah,
that
they've-
no.
they probably practiced it. They probably practiced a few times, like just in practice, like after practice or something. Like, yo, let's try this. Because they also did one, like the soccer one where you like kick it up with your feet.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure Steve Nash did that.
Damn.
Murray, what do you think
He's
about
scruff
it?
with it.
I'm sorry, I was checking the Celtics.
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
I wasn't
yeah,
even-
yeah.
I was-
Oh,
sorry.
classic Murray.
Classic Murray.
Sorry.
But I mean, we have been on this for a minute, so what do you guys want to wrap it? You guys want to keep going? What's up with it?
it's up to you guys.
Yeah, I mean,
It's up to you, Murray. Why don't you
we need some closing thoughts.
yeah? Why don't
at
you give
least.
some closing thoughts? Leave the people with something to think about.
I don't know. I mean, give the people something to think about. Well, where do you guys feel that you are in your life after the pandemic now, as opposed
Okay.
to when it started?
Okay, hey, tell us in the comments.
Tell us in the comments.
How's the pandemic affected you? How's it changed the world?
Yeah, facts. Let us
Shout-
know.
shout
Let us
out.
know. Shout us.
Big shout out.
Do you want to take it first, D?
Yeah, I mean, thanks for watching. If you watched to this point of the video, I mean, can't thank you enough. Love you guys.
Much love. Shouts to y'all.
Yeah, like Murray said, let us know how life has been after pandemic. Maybe it even sparked this pod, even though we started after pandemic. But
Yeah. But it was in the coding.
it was in the coding, so
It
it
was
was,
gonna
it was
happen
meant
either
to
way.
happen.
The pandemic was about to happen either way. I don't know. I mean, me now from pandemic, like, it's like it was just in the coding. It was just everything was supposed to happen the way
That's
it was
just the way it
supposed to
is.
happen. Yeah, it's just the way it
Happens
is. Like,
for a reason.
I don't know if I believe in fate or destiny or anything like that, but like I do believe in that you're right where you're supposed to be. That
Yes, sir.
wherever you're at in life, don't stress about it because you'll figure it out. So like, I don't know, like I'm not like upset where my life is headed. Definitely had some ups and downs, some obstacles, some big switches, some things you gotta, fight against the grain with. But like, I think that's just like normal. I think,
The Bice are just elevating.
yeah, just that's all it is. Just
We're
like
just take a step above the BS.
facts, and like there's gonna be ebbs and flows no matter what. There's gonna be ups and downs no matter what, and it's just like we're gonna be up more than we're down though. We're
But
Yes,
we
sir.
up, baby.
but we up. So that's the thing. So that's I guess that's what I would leave with people is that like no matter the ups and downs you go through, you're gonna
She broke, I'm up.
you're gonna be up more than you're
Ah,
down. Trust
yep.
me, you're gonna win more than you lose. I know you will. There's no way.
If you listen to our pod on a regular basis, you're gonna win way more than you lose. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and trust me, like your problems are a little more
Shout out the Bice.
in your head than it is in reality.
And things can always get worse. You don't think that they can, but things can always get worse.
Facts.
It's
Trust
facts.
me.
It's a fact.
And sometimes it
know.
will, but sometimes that happens and it gets better because we talk about this a lot, the equal and opposite reaction. Sometimes when something really bad happens, Chinese farmer, something really good happens. Something really good happens, something really bad happens. It's just that's the ebb and flow.
That's the balance. That's the life.
That's the balance.
True.
Bice. Balance is center of everything.
Yeah,
That's
true.
That's the, what Maddie Mark says. It's never too high, never too
Never
low.
too high, never too
Be
low.
balanced.
Somewhere in the middle.
Somewhere in the middle, exactly.
You're always riding shoddy when the
Bice
Bice are in the back.
Win more than you lose. Murray, thank
One
you
day
for
Hey.
smarter.
Thank you for having me on.
Murray, thank
Hey,
you
it was
for
a
coming
pleasure.
on, dog.
Been a great time.
We're gonna do another one of these. Part two with Murray.
I'm down.
Yeah,
Like,
Murray
comment,
part
subscribe if you want more Murray.
2. Yeah, let us know. Let us know.
The people are fiending for it. They're asking for it.
I'm afraid for what they're gonna put in the comments.
Murray, did you have a good time though?
I had a great time. Yeah.
This is awesome.
Yeah,
I
I've been
love
waiting
it.
to
It's
get
always
on.
good. I'm
Yeah.
happy. I'm happy we could do this.
I mean,
Alright.
stay tuned for more Bice in the back.
Coming #soon. Go Seas. Shout out Murray. Thank you again, sir. Let's dance it out now.
Dance it out. Dance it out. Dance it out. Dance it out.
All right, everyone. Thank you for watching. Good night. Bye.
Schmell ya.
Be easy.